Hi, we're going to start off with a piece of fabric that is 13.5 inches by 9 inches. This is my template, and I've already cut a 13.5 inch by 9 inch piece of fabric. I'm going to put it right side up, and I'm going to put my template over top. And you will notice that my template has an existing mark for where the folds will be and a notch for where we want to place the elastics. So the easiest thing to do is to simply take a marker and mark where the notches are directly onto the right side of the fabric. So there's my first mark, there's my second mark, and down here, here's my third, and oops, this is hard to do with one hand. And there is my fourth mark. Okay, and so my completed front side will simply have 4 marks where I'm going to place my elastics. My next step here is to now pin the elastics to the marks that I have made. So here is one elastic and there is the other, and I'm simply just going to pin them to the marks that I have made on the fabric. And we are then going to top stitch and finish the raw edge at the 9 inch edges. So this edge up here, we're going to then stitch and attach the elastic. I'm going to then finish this raw edge, and I'm also going to top stitch the elastic over here. All right, so I'm going to start by just simply attaching the elastics to the front side of the fabric. Okay, and now I can do that the same on the other side as well. I'm flipping it over and I am creating that finished edge. Now I'm attaching the other elastic to the front side of the mask. Okay, and my last raw edge over here. I'm also just going to finish that up. Okay, pull back a bit so everyone can see. All right, so I have attached my 4 elastic loops. Take off these pins. I have zoomed back a bit so they can see everything. Okay, here's my one finished edge. Here's my other finished edge. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the short flap in first. Okay, and you'll notice that I'm folding it just next to where the elastic is attached. The same on this side. Okay, come on over here. You can see that my fold is just next to where the elastic is attached. Now, when I fold up my large flap, you'll see that it overlaps that finished edge from the small flap, and those elastics again are just emerging right at the fold, just emerging right at the fold. All right, now I'm just going to finish up those edges. So now we're just simply going to sew both raw edges to create that envelope, reinforcing the corners and going back and forth over top of those elastics. Okay, I'm going to repeat on the opposite side.
Can we skip that?
No, I think we want them to see that too, Fee. Okay, oops. Okay, don't get so close. They have to be able to see. All right, so my finished product has a hole here, pocket, and I have stitched along this edge, and I've stitched along this edge, and now I simply just want to turn it right side in, pushing my fingers into the corners so that I create more of a square. Okay, and my pocket has a large flap and a small flap that goes over top of it, which allows the wearer to slide in whatever filters are convenient for them. All right, my next step is simply going to be to top stitch all the way around. Almost everything else is exactly the same. I'm just going to do a small top stitch all the way around. I'm going to pivot at the corner, top stitch here. Pivot. Now that I've top stitched all the way around, I can put in my pleats. Pause, Fiona. So I have taken my mask and I have simply put 2 pins, roughly 3 finger widths in on both sides. And now I'm going to just sew a seam that will allow us to slide a twist tie in to create a nose pinch. So I'm starting at the first pin and I am reinforcing it with the forward and back, and I'm staying about 1/2 inch away from the edge of the top of the mask. That will leave enough space for someone to slide a twist tie or 2 twist ties in. And I'm going forward and backward to reinforce the edge. Right. And now my finished product has a little space for someone to slide a twist tie in on the top. And the final product will allow them to squeeze that top with a twist tie inside so that it can stay pinched to the nose. So there's a twist tie in mine. And then to remove it, they simply slide their fingers inside the pocket and reach up into that gap and pull out their twist tie so they can microwave it or wash it and save their twist tie for future use. Thank you for watching. Here is our final product. From the front, you can see the little slot where someone can put in a nose pinch. 2 side elastics, top stitched to reinforce. And if I flip it over, I can see the pocket where I can slide a filter or paper towel or even a cut up piece of vacuum cleaner bag, something that can provide additional filter, or I can just slide this over top of an existing N95 or disposable surgical mask. Thanks for watching. Please support us at cuttingcornersmasks.com.